Right, scoping the driver's side cylinders and looking at the top of the cylinder. It's reasonably dry. The valves appear to be dry. Top of the cylinder is shiny though. As does that area there. Looks all covered in oil. Try and get in a bit closer if we can. Okay, it's that cylinder. Next one. We seem to have some discoloration there on the cylinder bore. Almost a match of it here as well. Down on that piston. Maybe get a better look at the bore. Top of the piston seems to be wet. Change things again. Interesting. Taking a look at the valves. Now if you look there, that's the exhaust valve, and that has oil staining on it. And the engine was out for a good 30-minute hard drive, and that appears to be oil. I would have expected that to be gone, but that looks completely wet with oil. Go on to the next cylinder. And again, that looks to be an inlet valve. And there looks to be plenty of oil making its way in. Okay, and the last cylinder, which would be we're on the bank that is 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this is 8. This is the one at the back next to the firewall. Now, as you can see, we seem to have an exhaust valve burning well. Looks to be an inlet valve. Again, it has traces of oil on it. This whole area seems to have lots of oil. So that's number 8. Come back into, we'll stay here for a second. Again, some shading on the cylinder wall. Let's change the camera view. cylinder number 8. So, good view of the exhaust valve. Now we're looking at the inlet valve. Okay, going to go on back into 7. This here looks like pure crap around the valve seat. You see it there. It's all carboned up. And that is just pure oil on the inlet valve. Assuming that one there is the exhaust valve. So there's a big difference on the valves between cylinder number 7 and 8. We're in 7 at the minute. This seems to be leaking oil past the valve stem seals. And then we go on into number 8. And we have a very clean exhaust valve. Some staining on the inlet valve, but a much cleaner. So don't think there's any fixing this. I do think it's the cylinder head needs to come off and get worked on. Again, we got a good clean exhaust valve here. Inlet valve is showing oil staining on it. And these two valves look very clean. So we seem to have a problem with cylinder number 7 in particular. Number 8, not so much. Take a look in particular at cylinder number 7. Seeing how wet all the inlet valve is and how this seems to be the problem cylinder. And if I'm looking at that correctly, that valve seat certainly not looking hectic with all that oil build up around it. Okay, that's all we need.